Yeah. All right. Josh Macuga Show fans, I was writing a last couple questions here for my guest tonight. You guys have seen her on The Bachelor, Bachelor in Paradise. She's, well, her fiance now, Jared, was a guest on the show, and she's become a friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Iaconetti. Thanks for coming on.
Of course, thanks for having me.
We've tried to do this a few times.
Yeah, especially last month.
Yes,
My
last
bad.
month, but all good. We were vacationing, East Coasting kind of
Yes.
a situation. I actually made an insult to North Jersey on an email, I believe, and you were like,
You
I'm from
did.
North Jersey. I was like, great. And then the foot goes in the mouth. This is awesome. Yes, yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I was born there, but not raised there.
Oh, not raised there. Where are you raised?
I was raised in Northern Virginia.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. Wait, like Chantilly, right?
Basically, yeah, that county.
Yeah.
Fairfax County.
Okay, so weirdly enough, my cousin is friends with somebody that knew you from high school.
Your cousin is friends with somebody who knew me in high school.
And they watched your season and were like obsessed with your season because
But
they
I
knew
knew
you.
them in high school.
Yeah.
Are you
yeah.
sure? What's their name?
Positive. I don't know their name.
Oh.
Grab the mic, babe. This is Rachel's friend in college knew Ashley from high school.
Then she's probably younger than you, and maybe she didn't like talk to you a lot in high school, so she was maybe like nervous.
Oh.
And then she
Yeah.
saw someone like from her local high school. I bet that's what happened because she's younger than us.
So
Maybe
Rachel.
I would know
It's so
her
Rachel.
name, but not know.
Totally.
Did you go to a small school?
Not really.
Oh.
It
What
was
high school did you go
500
to?
a grade, Langley
Oh,
High
that's
School.
Langley High
big
School.
Yeah.
Did you know? Now we won't say it on
2
the
miles, not even 2 miles from the CIA headquarters.
show. Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah.
That would be my dream.
Yeah, pretty cool things happen right around.
Do you like procedural crime shows?
My sister's really into that,
Got
but
it.
I don't watch any CSI or Law and Order or anything like that.
Smart, genius.
I
That's
don't, really?
genius.
Why?
I don't like procedural television. They always just solve it at the end. It's just like, it starts with a murder, and they're like, it's probably Eric. And they're like, no, it's Eric's brother, Terry. And then Terry's guilty.
Do you watch Investigate Discovery, which is like the real deal stuff?
No.
Oh,
Sounds
that's
amazing.
like the Discovery Channel's version for
It's like
forensics.
First 48 kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's all that in
Yeah.
repeat.
So do you like the real like docu-series kind of stuff?
I don't even watch that stuff because it's the stuff that scares me at night. If I just hear the narrator's voice, I'm like, I can't fall asleep.
In January
Yes!
of 1989.
And then like you'll be falling asleep, and then you wake up, and there's that scary picture of the person
Dun, dun.
dead on the floor.
Yeah, blood everywhere.
You never know when you're gonna
Yeah.
wake up to that image.
DNA evidence showed it was the dad. You're like,
Yeah.
damn it, I knew it was him.
Oh.
Okay, let's talk about some Bachelorette stuff.
Okay.
Because I didn't really watch the show a lot. Well, funny story. Before I married my lovely wife, who's in the crowd tonight, you're recently engaged to the lovely Jared, although he's a Patriots fan. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank
We haven't
you.
seen the engagement yet, right?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the engagement ring. I was like, really? It's
No,
right
no,
here.
it's right there. Show it off. Bling it up. There you
so
go.
good.
Cups, you got to turn down the f-stop.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
Congratulations.
Thank
it really,
you.
honestly, when I got engaged, first of all, I thought I was never going to get married because I just had like a string of terribleness.
You know, I remember that story.
We've talked
Yeah.
about it. But when I did get engaged, that engagement period before your wedding is amazing. Like it is really fun to say fiance a lot. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
I
So
never got
enjoy
to
it.
say boyfriend like in my life because I really like never had a serious boyfriend
So you
until
fast
Jared.
forward to fiance.
And I was like, I got to call somebody a boyfriend for a couple months, and now all of a sudden, fiance.
But it's fun.
Well, it's
Fiance is
very
a fun
nice,
word.
I
There you
know.
go. But we haven't seen the actual engagement yet, so we can't
no,
really talk
so
about
it's less than a month away now since
Oh.
we're in August.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Maybe we could talk about it. I don't know when this is. When does the engagement air?
We're not really sure. I'd say it was 20-something of August.
This is going to be like right around the time
Yeah.
when this airs. Oh man, the world awaits on the Ashley and Jared engagement.
We like don't remember, like we can narrate how it happened. It was in paradise.
Yeah.
It was on the sand.
Yeah.
Jared apparently gave the longest bachelor engagement speech of all time. I didn't think so. It didn't feel like it to me, but apparently the bachelors who propose on the
Is there
show
somebody
usually do it
timing
like
it?
within a minute.
Yeah.
Jared took his time, which was maybe like less than 5 minutes, which was totally fine for me. I like long-winded.
Sure.
But it was apparently the longest engagement speech of all time.
I think if the cameras are rolling, you're like there, so they need some television production. Mine, I was like, there's a ring. Like I blacked
It
out.
was
I
quick.
totally blacked
Did it go, Amanda?
It was very quick. Honestly, he was just
like
so
a lot of
awkward.
things in our life, right, Ben? Hey-o.
It was. I'm sure you held it. I'm sure Jared held it together. It was like probably really composed and said
Oh, he
all
was
the
so
things that he
composed.
really felt, and it came out really beautifully. My husband tells me all those beautiful things every day, but the proposal was.
That was a nice little parlor cup for the husband.
Yeah,
over
he
here.
he does very well with being. You're very like affirmative every day, but the proposal not so much. He was a little nervous, but it was
Jared, are you
perfect.
affirmative,
It was
Jared?
perfect.
Am I affirmative?
Do you affirm? Do you tell her
do
you
you
love
give
her
her
all the time?
daily
Oh yeah.
affirmations?
So I'm very vocal about my feelings towards Ashley on a daily basis,
Good.
and so
It's important.
Exactly, and so in the moment we were getting engaged, it was a little not odd, but everything I said in that moment, I've told Ashley a million times. So it's interesting when people say like, "How was the engagement? Was it everything? Like, what did he say?" And I was like, or like, "What did you say?" And
Can
I'm like,
we-
"I've said everything that tell Ashley every day."
Yeah.
Were
you-
Jared was wonderful the day
Okay.
of our engagement. I like that he explained everything. Like he said a lot of the things that he tells me on a daily basis, but I love that it was all put together in one. And he was the least nervous proposing man I've ever seen in my life. He's just a great talker all the time, and he proved to be the same on his proposal day.
I was very nervous,
But
but
he
apparently
didn't
I was
show
just
it.
keeping it together because I don't really remember exactly what I said. I just remembered that I was talking a lot because I didn't want our engagement, my speech to be like 30 seconds and then it be over. I wanted to like really
Did you
articulate-
rehearse?
No. So funny story. Like the week prior, I'm thinking about all the things I want to say to Ashley,
The
and I'm
week
coming
prior,
up
I
with
thought that was the day before.
it was, but
It was, but
it
I
was
just
like a
used
few days.
crutch
It was
word
like
there.
a couple days prior. So long story. But
I'm queen of correcting.
God damn it! What the hell was I gonna say?
You
Is that
said
hashtag?
I
Oh,
Queen
yeah,
of
anyway.
correcting. Queen of
I
correcting.
walked out of the bathroom.
So I
Hashtag
wanted.
it.
I was coming up with like a speech of everything I wanted to say, and then all the things that were coming to mind. I was like, no, that sounds stupid, or this sounds weird. And then Ashley walked into the room, and then all these things came to my mind of everything I wanted to say about how much I love her and care about her and how important she is to me. And then that was the moment I realized you just have to speak from
And-
the heart.
And what's going through your head? Like, do you want him to just kind of get through it, or do you love listening, or do you
There
like,
was
I
a-
put the damn ring on my finger? I know what you're
there
saying.
was a point. There was maybe like 15 to 30 seconds before he actually got on one knee where I was like, okay, is this actually happening, or is this
Yeah.
just like a very nice speech at this point?
Great speech. 'Cause
Yeah.
we did a thing. We were on a vacation, and everybody thought that I was going to like. Everybody on the staff at the hotel, because like, oh, did you just get engaged? I'm like, it's her fucking birthday. Jesus, leave me alone.
Ugh, that's
It's very
so
awkward.
horrible.
Yeah.
Jared and I did have this thing. We went to Hawaii for like we called it our couple moon.
Woo.
It was just like we had been together for a couple months, but it was when we went public with it.
A couple
so
months?
We got to like,
I
go
think
to
we went to
Hawaii.
Barney's Beanery on a Sunday. I was like, hey, babe, Steelers night football. All right.
But everybody at the hotel was like, Mrs. Haibon, or they're calling him Mr.
Yeah.
Iaconetti, and we're like, well, we're not even engaged, but you can say it.
I dig.
It was pretty cool because so after we got engaged on Paradise and the story came out, there was like a few theories out there that we actually got engaged in Hawaii a couple months prior, and then that the engagement within Paradise was a phony one and just for TV. So that's the moment I realized that we've made it. The fact that there is like
There's like a
there's
BuzzFeed
like a buzz
article.
conspiracy theory about our engagement. I was like, okay, we've made it.
What would if Jared didn't propose on the beach? What would like your dream proposal have been? Where would it be? Like at Giant Stadium? No, I'm just saying.
No. I would have. I mean, I can't think of a place better than in Paradise on that beach.
Like when you were a kid and you were like the
I
girl
was
and you were putting the veil on, or I don't know,
Yeah.
people talk about that in movies. But if like you were,
You know what's weird is when I was a little kid, I would always just imagine being proposed to over a romantic dinner. Like I can't really place where it was, but it was like always like the guy like got up from the table and leaned down.
got it.
Maybe that's just what you see in TV and movies.
I worked at a really romantic restaurant in New York when I lived there, and people got proposed to there like once every couple of weeks. Seriously,
Yeah.
like maybe 8 engagements, and I was only there for 6 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But it was always like he would propose, and then the restaurant would start clapping. and I
That's
was
so
like,
awkward. Like now
right?
as an adult, like I don't want that at all.
Yeah, I know.
But
Yeah.
you know, that's just what I thought of when I was younger.
What was your audition process like? For The
It was
Bachelor?
crazy. So I did a really elaborate audition tape where I went through
Like real world style from back in the day.
I don't even know. What do
You know where
mean?
they would
What
like
was
be
it?
like, I'm in the real world.
Oh.
Like, look at me.
I
That kind of
never
thing?
watched The Real World, but I did the Bachelor version of that, I'm
Okay,
assuming,
okay.
because I went through an entire season. I did getting out of the limo to my first one-on-one, hometowns, fantasy
like,
suites, and then the
shot
final
all of
rose.
this?
Yes, and I combined it all in like 3.5 minutes. I took
That is amazing.
I took a couple cameras. So I was in grad school at the time, and it was during our capstone.
Film production.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Wow. There you go.
broadcasting.
I was like, I was there for econ and poli-sci. I'm like,
No,
oh.
I was at Syracuse for broadcasting,
Okay.
and over this 6-week period in the summer, we
My cousin
had.
went there.
Oh, awesome! We had.
Were you in that
access-
school, the broadcast? Yeah.
Newhouse.
Newhouse. There it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we had access to the cameras, so I checked a couple out, and I brought them home for a couple days. And I filmed
So
the
was this
most
a-
elaborate, mic'd up, multi-camera audition.
Did you
tape.
do it by yourself, or did you have?
I had one
like,
of my
some
friends from
friends?
grad
Okay.
school help me, and then I had my sister, my mom also help me.
Was this like, I mean, obviously it's something that you wanted to do, but had you thought about this for a long time? What was the thought process on why you wanted to do it? Was it more finding love, or was it more like this would be a lot of fun?
Well, it was something we always joked. So I watched the show for about 5 years before submitting an audition tape, and it was just something my family and friends always laughed about. They're like, Ashley would be perfect for the show.
Okay.
And then I was like, well, we've joked about it enough, as mine as well. Like, I'm graduating with this. I mean, if anything, it could help me along with my career. But of course, if I find my husband through it,
Sure.
I could like drop everything, and that'd be the greatest thing of all time.
Would you think going into it, did you have like confidence that you would find a husband?
I mean, I don't think The Bachelor makes sense because like you have to be a crazy person to like think that you're gonna go meet this random stranger and this one is going to happen to be your husband.
Okay.
I think with Paradise it's a little less like
Yeah. Well,
a
there's more
crazy
people.
idea. It's a lot more people, and then you have people of like very similar interests and personality types. So if you go and look back at the history of Paradise,
All the pizza is plain on Bachelor in Paradise. You got sausage, you got pepperoni.
oh, there's
you got-
that. The food is
These
amazing.
analogies are the worst.
But think about the success rate of Paradise versus the success rate of the show.
Yeah.
The success rate of the show is, if you really think about it, still pretty darn good.
it's pretty good.
Because there's like 7 couples that are married from the show.
And still
like,
married.
how weird is that?
Yeah, right?
It's like really crazy that you
Yeah.
give somebody a selection of 25 people and their husband or wife happens to be in that 25 people.
But does it also kind of hit on like, okay, you get 25 really pretty people in a room
Yeah,
with a
if
pretty
it's
person.
nice.
Like it helps.
Yeah.
Right? Because like, listen, you go to a bar, there's maybe 3 good-looking girls, okay? And then some like drunk girls that are fine, and then a bunch of crazy ones, and you're like, well, I'm drunk enough, whatever. But like on The Bachelor,
They're
you're
all
like,
pretty.
well,
Some are crazy. Some are boring.
right,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
But you kind of that like the process of it all helps it weed out, and I think that in one certain aspect, The Bachelor, because it's on television,
Mm-hmm.
we all see the crazy, right? But in like a dating app,
It's all still crazy.
it's all still crazy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I mean, how many dates have you been on, or anybody in the crowd have you been on? And we're like, Jesus, this person's freaking insane. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if my camera was rolling?
Yeah.
Right, but we all see it.
You may actually have even more better entertainment if you follow people around who are going on nap dates. You're like, wow, this
true.
date sucks.
because-
and you look at Bachelor dates, you're like, wow, these people are quite excellent.
Do you think
Our friend who we have, Christian Harloff, right, was
Mm-hmm.
a producer on Bachelor for a while. So
Cut
I went
me
through
off.
like a portion. Did you want to say something, babe?
No, I was gonna say to that on that topic. Do you think that's why Joe the grocery guy is like so loved now? Like I feel like everybody is obsessed with him because he wasn't even on the show long enough to see his crazy.
Okay, so yes, Joe I met him at Men Tell All. He's like super sweet. And people are like, Joe for Bachelor. It's like, you guys don't know him. He's such a nice guy, but he could never carry off The Bachelor. He's very shy. When he was doing interviews, it was like pulling teeth, like cute guy.
Takes a lot.
You don't know him though, but
Yeah.
he's so lovable because you don't know
Right.
him.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So Christian got me into like some first auditions for Bachelor, right? And I did like, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 interviews with them. Like I went kind of far along in the process, but I kept giving them the wrong answers at certain extents because I didn't really, whatever,
Wait,
case may be.
you went through an audition process with him?
With the
Yeah,
Bachelor, this was
okay.
like 7 years ago. This was way before I met you.
Wait, like a fake one?
No, like with the real Bachelor people.
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was
That's
a little
so cool. I had
I was
no
a little
idea.
surprised when he told me
No.
that too.
So, but that's the one thing is that like because there are so many
think it
interview
was a
questions and
favor.
they go so long with the whole thing, they weed out the crazy ones early. So like they get crazy ones that they
You
know
mean
will
like
entertain.
you mean like really crazy?
Yes, correct. Like
Yes.
ones that aren't mentally stable, that would
Yes.
be a bad idea.
Not kooky, but actually
But that's where
not
the
sane.
app doesn't help. The app's like, well, I mean, he seems like a nice guy, but anybody can sign up for the app. So you go on a date, and he's like, I collect hair, and you're like, oh, okay, this is friggin' weird, right?
I know.
So that in that respect, The Bachelor does help, but we see a lot of this situation. Everybody's like, you can't find love on TV. Yeah, but they found 25 people through a sea of like 5,000.
Yeah.
And you get to that point. So when you were on the
They
show,
only think that like 20 of them are dateable though. So, but
See?
still, but
There you
20
go.
dateable people, that's pretty nice.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Okay, before we move on to the game, because we've got some fun stuff we want to do.
Okay, yeah.
During this whole thing, you always cry on these shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Were you always easily cry? Because I cry a lot.
I always was an easy crier. Like at
Okay.
home, like I'd be like, 25 before I went on the show. My dad would be like, you shouldn't be crying at this age. And I'm like, I think that's totally fine. I just think it's a personality
Yeah,
type.
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm a Pisces. So
I don't know what that means. Anybody, Pisces?
It's my sign.
No, I know.
Pisces of all the zodiac cries more than any other.
When's the birthday of the Pisces? Wait, let me guess. April.
Close enough. It's late February, early March.
Okay. So I'm Aquarius.
No, okay, yeah, my mom is.
She's awesome.
You're not like highly emotional though.
No.
Yes,
Yeah?
he is very highly emotional.
Like in like a more feisty way or like a sappy way?
No, like a sappy way.
Oh, interesting. That's normally a water sign.
But is an Aquarius a water sign?
No, I know. You'd think so with
think
the
so.
aqua in your
Yeah.
name, but it's not.
What is it? See, she acts like you're
I
like,
just
oh,
really-
water signs.
I just really know water signs because I've always found Scorpios to be the most appealing, and Jared's a Scorpio, so all I've really considered in my life is water signs.
Friggin'
I am one.
Scorpios. You know who might be a Scorpio who's extremely attractive? That's Alex Trebek. Guys, Josh Macuga for Jeopardy. You see that? He's thinking about it. He's really serious about wanting Josh for Jeopardy. Start the hashtag. Listen, we'll do a Bachelor-Bachelorette edition of Jeopardy. We'll get Ashley and Jared on it.
Jared is obsessed with Jeopardy.
there you
it's
go.
like his comfort show.
There we go. I've also got a frame one. We'll keep that on the desk the rest of the time. All right, here we go. Tonight we're going to play a game called First and Curious. It's kind of like Fast and Furious, but you get what I mean. Okay. It's a terrible pun. I'm kind of known for those.
No, I love puns.
Okay. These are just like big firsts in your life.
Okay.
Okay. Now, how we're going to play this is a little bit different tonight. I'm going to ask you, and then I'm going to see if Jared may know the answer before you answer.
Okay, so how are we gonna do this?
So he's got a microphone.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna 1, 2, 3. Blah.
No, so I'm going to say like your first, like the first movie you cried at, and see if Jared gets it. And then we're going to play a little dating game. So if you don't know it, we'll just have Ashley tell the story. And then we'll play a little bit of a Newlywed game. So we got
Oh,
a
okay.
bunch
So
of questions.
Newlywed game after this
Correct.
first question
Yes.
game.
Okay. Here we go. Your first car.
My Acura MDX currently right now. It's been 11 years. Still drive it. Came over here.
Am I supposed to?
You need to give a chance to answer.
Okay, wait. So he's supposed to have the first chance.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, and see if I get it.
I thought it was like whoever starts talking first.
It's not a speed round.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Not yet. We do that later.
Darn
We do a
it.
speed
Okay,
round.
fine. All right.
Okay.
Well, no.
Well, she
my
ruined it.
Acura
Yeah.
has gone everywhere with me, and I'm
How
very,
many
very
thousand? How many miles do you have on it?
over 200.
1,000?
I know. It went to college with me, to grad school with me, and now over to LA with me.
Did you do grad school and college at Syracuse?
No, just grad school at Syracuse.
Wow, look at that.
And I'm like,
I totaled an Acura in 2005.
oh, really? What kind?
I don't know, it was red.
Oh. It's an SUV.
It held. Wait,
It's a
so the
tank.
MDX is an SUV?
Yeah, it's my little tank. Jared is like, well, this thing could go through.
Yeah. 200,000
brick
miles,
wall.
and
A
it's
brick
still
wall.
and it's still trucking well. No pun intended. That's the end of that. Yes. Okay, here we go. Your first hospital visit, like as an adult. Do you know it?
That I don't know. Did you go to the hospital when you were sick? No,
That
I don't
was
know.
a very general.
Very
thing.
vague. You
you
went to the
guys-
I knew what he
hospital
was
when you
referring-
needed to go see
I
a doctor.
knew what he was
Your first
referring to
hospital
there.
visit that you remember?
I've
like
never been to the. I've never been to the hospital. My dad's a doctor, but I've never been admitted.
Ever been admitted to the hospital?
We got to get
I didn't know
Dr. Iaconetti on here. What kind of a doctor is he?
He's an anesthesiologist.
Whoa!
I love them.
When I was 7, I told my mom I wanted to be an anesthesiologist, and then when I was 8, I told her I wanted to be Alex Trebek, and it has still stayed there. Alex?
I love anesthesiologists.
Well, because-
I have gone under more times than I should have probably at my
She's
age.
gone under, but she doesn't go down that.
But okay.
Yes, yes,
God,
go.
you're the worst today. But every time I come out, like sometimes I have like a weird reaction where I will be super emotional, and then other times I'm just
Oh, that's
so
totally normal.
happy.
Yeah.
So every time I've come out, I usually am so like Josh was there this
was
last
pretty
time,
funny, yeah.
and I was like, "Thank you so much. I'm just so happy right now." And
And she
this
started
doesn't
crying.
happen every time, and I just think you did such an amazing job. You gave me just the perfect amount, and he's
Very
like, "Okay,
complimentary.
thanks."
Yeah.
Like he's probably like, "Yeah, that's
Does
because I know
Dr.
how to do
Iaconetti
my
get that all
fucking
the time?
job."
Sweet. It's
But I'm
interesting.
very grateful for them.
Oh yes, I know everybody. They're everybody's favorite doctors.
Yes.
Today, actually, very crazy. I FaceTimed with one of his patients just when she woke up. My dad gave her an hour in the recovery room, and she was just psyched to talk to me. I've never done this before. So like
She's a
this
Bachelor
one,
fan.
yeah, this one doctor was prepping her, and he goes, "Your anesthesiologist, his daughter is on The Bachelor," and she goes, "Oh my gosh, that is my favorite show." She goes, whose dad is it? And then they're like,
Old
Ashley,
crying McGee.
and then she like lost her mind, and she like told my dad that she wanted his autograph, and my dad was like, "Can you please FaceTime with this
Well,
lady?"
he signed prescriptions, right?
And he had this sweet.
He's already
Yes.
got it. There you go.
Yes.
Okay,
Sweetest lady.
first celebrity crush. What do you think? Tom
DiCaprio.
Yes.
Brady? Oh, Leo DiCaprio. There you go.
Yes.
So, like, are we talking Romeo and Juliet? Are we talking the beach?
No, Titanic. I
Okay.
mean, Romeo and Juliet, of course, I watched, but after Titanic, and it was it was
He's a
young
good-looking
love,
man. He's a
9
good-looking
years
man.
old.
He's a
Whew,
good-looking
the
man.
feelings, I still can feel them.
Okay, your first phone.
Who the fuck knows?
It's got to be a
Like
Nokia,
cell
right?
phone?
Yeah, your first cell
I
Cell
don't remember.
Yeah, 3310.
Maybe the 8260, the little one?
There was definitely a Nokia, and it was, I think it was a flip, like a really
the
Oh.
thick,
razor. The
a
razor.
really thick flip though.
Oh,
Not
thick.
a razor flip, but like a
Thick Nokia flip.
Yeah, with the green screen.
Boom. Okay, the first movie you cried during.
It's got to be Titanic. Or no, Lion King. I don't know.
I didn't cry during The Lion King, but I felt a lot of things.
Is it
Not one
Titanic
who
then?
I
falls
was in kindergarten, and you're like, no, that's when I realized that your parents can die, and that wasn't good
Yeah,
for the
that's
separation
scary.
anxiety
Dude,
to come.
I thought you cried when you figured out that parents could die.
The Lion King
Because
is
of Lion
an
King.
emotional movie.
No, I mean, I realized parents could die. I didn't cry then, but then I started to have really bad separation anxiety afterward because I thought every time my parents would go into a car together,
Oh,
they would die, and then I would be an
no.
orphan.
That's a horrible thought. All right, my final answer is
That's
Titanic
terrible.
Titanic.
It was a walk to remember.
then.
That's
You didn't
Oh,
cry during
that is-
Titanic?
Not as a kid. I didn't cry during Titanic until they re-released it to theaters in 2012.
That's a good one.
And then my sister and I, we weren't allowed to see it in theaters when I was 9.
Yeah, that makes
So we went to the theater to see it after watching it 100 times at home.
Sure.
Never cried when I watched it at home. Watching the
Theater
theater in a dark
experience.
screen, like zoned in.
Yeah.
3 hours there. We were sobbing, but we never sobbed before. It was weird. We were
Yeah.
almost laugh crying because we were so
It's
astonished.
kind of like watching stand-ups on YouTube. You're like, oh, that's funny, but when you're in the club, you laugh.
Oh my God. I never laugh at stand up when watching it at home, but in the comedy club, I can't stop.
See, there you go. Boom. How about my analogy now,
That was a really.
Amanda?
I'm proud of you. That was good. That was good.
Okay, final. We'll do 2 more.
Okay.
Your first ticket, traffic ticket. Maybe Jared doesn't know this one. So.
Oh, he definitely doesn't. Oh, it was traumatic. I had just gotten Hanson's new album. It was
Was it?
Hanson's my
Yes.
favorite. Hanson is my favorite artist still to this day.
I think they were my
They
first
just did
album
it.
I
They
bought
just
with
did
my
an audience
own
music
money.
thing on DirecTV. I saw.
They're still very, very alive, and
Yeah.
They are.
they still sell out.
They're
shows
still cute,
all the time.
too.
They're still so cute, maybe even better with time.
The older brother was ugly at first. Now he's kind of like
He's
a
a,
good-looking
he's a
dude.
handsome man
Yeah, he's a
now. The
handsome
other
man.
two are like way hotter, but like Isaac is still handsome. So
Isaac.
I had just gotten, oh my God, what?
What's the middle one? What was like the first lead?
Taylor's
singer?
a hot-
Taylor. And
Taylor.
then what was the baby brother's
Zach.
name? Zach.
So anyway, I had just gotten one of their new albums. I think it was like 2010.
It was Mbop 2, still
No,
bopping.
it was not Mbop 2. It was, sorry, I get really defensive when people
kidding, I'm
refer to
messing with
Hanson
you.
as like just Mbop. So anyway, I had
This is
just
almost Rob
pulled out.
Thompson-esque.
No, I know. I just pulled out of the Best Buy parking lot because I have to
You
get
got Best Buy.
Hanson. I have to get Hanson on the physical album.
Yeah, yeah.
And I went basically onto the shoulder to just bypass like 4 cars that were stuck at a red light. And there was just a trap there. There was a cop pulling everyone over who was doing that.
Did you cry?
I didn't.
get
I
out of
was
it?
choked up, but I didn't cry.
Did you get out of it, or did you get it?
No, I just sucked it up. I just gave him mad attitude.
That Ashley eye
I
attitude.
didn't have
Jared,
any
you got
like
a
makeup
future of
on
it,
or
buddy.
anything to flirt with.
Okay.
For the next question, I'm going to run across.
There you go. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do a little. That was First and the Curious. There we go. Okay, we're gonna play a little. A newlywed game of sorts. Okay. I'm gonna ask. I'll like alternate questions. What do you
Okay,
think? So
that
like
works.
we can ask Jared one, and then we'll ask Ashley one. If you've answered this question before, you guys can like be like, we answered this on Ellen. We won't answer it on the Apartment Talk Show.
The apartment talk show is better than Ellen.
Hey, Ellen, if you know Alex Trebek or anybody over at Jeopardy, Josh Macuga for Jeopardy. Hold on, we'll give you the hashtag. It's pretty easy.
It's
There you
hashtag
go.
Josh
Be
Macuga
serious
for
about it.
Jeopardy.
The
Hashtag
number
for
4,
Jeopardy.
yeah.
The number 4. There you go. Okay.
It's weird that you didn't want to just write out FOR. You can do that in a hashtag.
I know, but that's so many more letters. I got to fit it on a T-shirt soon.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
And it's clever with the number. It's different.
Do you have pets? Do you guys have pets?
Yeah.
You do have a pet.
Yeah.
Okay. If you got another pet, what would you name it? I'll ask Ashley. Jared, what do you think you would name another pet?
What?
Well,
Okay,
we
you have a
name
pet
it-
now.
Is
If you-
she's is
No,
she
if we
getting
got a
asked?
new pet, oh
Do you
my.
want, you're dog people, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you got another dog, what would you name it? Jared, what do you think Ashley would name it?
What do I think?
No, what
she-
do we think we collectively would name it?
The dog?
Yeah. Come on, we've talked about this recently.
Oh, snap. You better start listening, hubby.
It was like kind of a joke, but like
Would you name the dog Brady?
he already has a dog, Brady.
Yeah,
Oh,
we were thinking
gross.
about that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the
5,
only thing I can think of would be
4.
Kal-El.
Okay, yeah, basically. So it was what Superman's dog's name was.
Oh, Crypto. No,
Yeah,
we wanted
Crypto.
Kal-El.
Kal-El or
So
Crypto.
in the comics, Superman's dog is Crypto, the
Okay,
dog.
yeah.
And then, but I said no, I
Not
don't
the
like
currency?
that. I like Kal-El better.
Yeah.
Hey, giggity,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're like, so then
Yeah,
pretty
we're
good
on the
here?
same
Okay,
wavelength.
okay.
Not that we'd actually do it, but we've been recently joking about
All
it.
right, Ashley, I'm going to ask you what you think. Does Jared prefer casual or formal?
He prefers, well, he likes a little sprinkle of formal but casual for the most part.
Perfectly answered.
Oh, there you go.
Enjoy,
Okay.
Prefer casual, but a little sprinkle of formal never hurt anybody.
Here you go. As Elliot walks in the background, you can't even hear him. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Jared, would Ashley prefer burger or pizza?
Oh my God, burger.
It's the easiest
It's
question of
burger.
all
Oh,
time.
okay, all right,
Burgers are my favorite food.
Oh, really?
Pizza is his favorite.
Where's your
Yeah,
favorite
that's so
burger?
funny you asked that.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite burger?
Shake Shack.
Oh, you should have asked me. I knew that.
Oh,
damn it.
that's so obvious.
That's too
It's
obvious.
So obvious.
You like Shake Shack better than In-N-Out?
Oh,
Not
my.
even.
Is it the potato
God.
bun? Is it the potato bun?
I think it's everything. The meat quality, the way everything melts together, the bun.
I do prefer the size at Shake Shack. It's like kind
Go
of
ahead, Elliot.
compact but
Oh
fat.
my god, the buns at In-N-Out are so crappy. I
shoes
don't even
Well
know.
done. Really? You think
Oh,
so?
and then it's so it pours out.
You know
all
what I
that
like about
juice
Shake
and-
Shack? The crinkle cuts.
Yeah, they're the most
crinkle
amazing
cuts.
fries in the entire world. Both combined with a little cheese sauce.
Okay. Would Ashley prefer a date going bowling or going roller skating?
I don't have a strong opinion on either.
No, I know you don't.
But-
That's why it's
but-
hard to ask because I
but
was like,
just
neither.
a preference.
But
if I had to guess, I'd probably say that she'd rather do bowling.
I'd rather go roller skating.
Oh, cancel the engagement. It's off.
The reason I said bowling was because she's able to sit down and like eat and drink compared to roller skating, where it's like hard physical activity for a little while. We're like bowling, you
Gotcha.
kind of just like roll a bowl and have fun and drink and eat, and that's what Ashley's about.
You know what Jared and I are so
Well
funny about?
justified.
Because when we do these games, we usually end up agreeing with what the other person said, but it takes a lot of explanation. Like we've had this really fancy bowling place that we went to. Like it was the fancy bowling place.
That's
and
what I was thinking about.
Hells yeah. But if it was like a roller rink where it was empty and it was just us and they were playing good music, then it's totally that.
What roller rink have you ever been to where it's just going to
You've
be
never
us?
been to Moonlight or Moonlight Rollerway?
We got to go.
It's
Yeah.
just the two of us?
Well, no, but the music's so good and it's not like the
Happy
other place.
Gilmore and the
Yeah.
sled on the roller and the ice skating rink.
He needs
wish.
to go to that one. He was been at the other one.
Okay.
So wait, did I change your opinion?
It just depends on which kind of bowling alley or which
Oh.
kind of roller rink we're going to.
Never mind.
Okay. Yeah. It's a
I am
situational
such
comedy.
a diva.
It's a situational comedy. Would you consider yourself a diva?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're in
He
luck.
knows.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how high maintenance are you?
I'm almost a 10.
No.
Okay, fine. I'm a 9.
What's date like? What's date like? What's like date night like? Date night like?
It depends. Well, go ahead. What is it
I
like?
mean, an ideal date night would be us like hanging in, post-mating with a bottle of wine, watching House Hunters. And
Well, this is getting specific, huh?
That we like that, but then we also like to we like to go to dinner too.
yeah, that's like, it's honestly the definition of casual with a sprinkle formal, where like we prefer staying in, but we also like once in a while going out to like
So-
get it out of
I
our
think
system.
that's like your new
Hashtag it
tagline.
casual
I
yet
like that.
fun.
Like
Yeah,
casual
my
with a
favorite thing
sprinkle
that I've done
Yeah.
as far as dates for him was when we were first dating. We went to the smokehouse
Oh,
because
that's
they
nice.
taped La La Land
Yeah,
there.
of course.
And then we also went up. Well, we tried to get where they filmed the scene of them dancing
Yeah.
with the yellow
Near
dress.
the Hollywood
But
Hollywood sign.
holy moly,
It's hard to get up
you
there.
can't
It was
get
still
it there.
fantastic.
So we made a makeshift.
After we're done shooting, I'll tell you guys how to do it.
Oh really?
Oh, please do.
The GPS was so confused.
Just
show you
led us in
around it.
circles. But so when we went there and we were supposed to go to the spot, she wore a yellow dress just like La La
Yeah.
Land. She was trying to surprise me. We had like a little picnic basket.
Yeah.
So when we couldn't go up there, we just went to our own spot. But then we ended up hanging out for like 45 minutes and just, it was a
you go.
great moment. We drank champagne and like had
Romance.
little snacks, and then we slow danced to
This I promise
NSYNC.
you.
I Promise You. Because she's like, I want to, we
You
both
guys
like,
we love boy bands. I love boy bands.
the
Come
best.
on, they're the
it's
best.
the best.
The best.
I can't, come on now. All right, anyway, next question, sorry.
No, let's do one more.
I
Fine.
do have a fancy date that I want to do soon. I want to go have dinner on the Queen Mary. I've never done that
Ooh,
before.
me either.
It's
hear
very
cool.
haunted.
It is.
Yeah.
We're never going there.
Yes, I want to go only because I want to see you get scared.
No, I'm good.
There's a girl who drowned in the pool.
We went.
haunts there.
We went. We were on the New Jersey boardwalk
Yeah.
in Ocean City, New Jersey, and we went on like the
love
scary
Ocean City,
ride.
New Jersey.
And my 8-year-old niece and 6-year-old nephew went in front of us, and they were like, "This was lame," and I screamed like 7 times.
Before Ashley met you, I showed her the video of you doing VR at Collider for the It game.
Oh yes.
And-
And we had done an it thing, and we were
Like-
not scared at all.
And
Oh, yeah,
it was
cool,
before like
cool,
even
cool,
like
cool.
I was like involved in
Like
this
Cops there?
Collider world.
Cool. All right. Let's do
You're in a
finally one
very
more.
long
Finally
Pussy,
one more.
Josh.
Mustard or ketchup?
I like them together.
Big mixer.
He likes ketchup.
Yeah.
More than mustard.
Okay. Let's do some rapid fire questions. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right. Cobster, put 3 minutes on the clock. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. Better, iced tea or ice cube?
Iced tea.
Babies or puppies?
Puppies.
Sweet or salty?
As I'm older, salty.
Is Kinko's overpriced?
Hells yes.
There you go.
Holy crap.
Beach or pool?
Beach.
Oprah or Obama?
Oprah.
Did you have an imaginary friend as a kid?
No, my sister did.
Weird. Indiana Jones or Han Solo?
Indiana Jones, because I don't really care about each.
You ever played a full game of Monopoly?
When I was younger, yeah.
You ever sneezed on
Monopoly
anyone by
Junior.
accident? Oh, Monopoly Junior, solid game.
Sneeze on somebody by accident?
Yeah, you've been
I'm sure. Jared all the time. Yes, when I was sick, oh my God, in his face, coughing. And
Well, here's a good one. You ever told someone you loved them when you didn't?
No.
Whoa, okay. Sopranos or Breaking Bad?
Never really watched either, but we are trying to get into Breaking Bad. This is our show that we're going to take on together.
You got to. 2 minutes. If you had a hot stalker, would you be okay with that?
Probably not.
Should a guy wear a cowboy hat ever?
Probably not.
Smart. You ever taken a souvenir cup home from Las Vegas?
Not from Las Vegas, but for Broadway shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tap water or bottled water?
Bottled.
You take vitamins every day?
No.
You ever fail a class in high school or college?
Hell's no.
Elton John or Billy Joel?
Ooh, the hardest question of all time. Ugh.
3, 2.
Elton John.
Okay. Ever had Did you have a teenage rebel phase?
Never.
Cheetos or Doritos?
Doritos.
You could have any drink with any dead person. Well, you could have a drink with any dead person. Who would it be?
JFK Jr.
Ah, there you go. Are you a cuddler?
Yes.
Flip cup or beer pong?
Ooh, beer pong.
M&M's or Reese's Pieces?
Reese's Pieces.
Go-to karaoke song?
One-way ticket, Leanne Rhymes.
Whoa, little country. 1 minute. Metallica or Guns N' Roses?
Guns N' Roses.
Most money you've ever spent on jeans?
Probably like $190.
Oh, okay, that's a very specific total. Do you have a one that? No, that's wrong. Do you have a do you floss?
No.
Martini or Manhattan?
Manhattan.
You ever been skydiving?
No.
Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune?
Wheel of Fortune.
What?
That being said, I haven't really watched either as an adult on a consistent basis.
Okay, 30 seconds. Will soccer ever be our most popular sport?
Hell no, nor should it ever be.
Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera?
Britney.
Olive Garden or Outback Steakhouse?
Outback.
Are you a fan of strip clubs?
I've been to twice.
Is your MySpace profile still active?
Probably.
When you lost virginity, was it good? Have you ever been arrested?
No.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Would you go to Burning Man?
No.
What was your AOL name?
Insync Babe 029.
Yes! It's Insync Babe 029. Ashley Iaconetti. You're the best. Thank you so much.
That was so fun.
You're awesome. Thank you. That was a blast. I'm glad we got to finally do this. This was a lot of fun. Thank you to everybody in the crowd. Before we leave, we like to have people critique how we did on the show.
Okay.
So let's start with Jared, and then we'll go to my wife.
Fantastic. Best show I've ever seen.
Boom. There you go. Babe, she usually goes a little longer on
I loved it. Well, it's usually because I have more critiques, but honestly, this was so fun.
Oh, okay. Good. And Alex, anything to say? You probably shouldn't have voted on Wheel of Fortune. Okay, here we go. Ashley, where can the people find you on the internet?
They can find me at Ashley_Iaconetti on Instagram.
Underscore.
And then it's Ashley_IACONETTI and on Twitter at Ashley Ico. And my sister is trying to come up with a YouTube channel for the whole family called The Lazy Eyes because I have a lazy eye and we are the Iaconettis.
Oh my God, that's really
It's
cute.
not
Also,
like right
I have
now.
a lazy eye.
You do?
What do you mean?
It's
Not
only
right
when
now,
I'm really
just-
tired in the light and like.
She better do it within the next year because you're going to no longer be an Iaconetti.
Oh.
She'll always be. She'll
dropping
always
the
be like
Haibon.
an
Oh, the hay bomb! Boom, 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 boom.
She'll
Sorry.
always kind of be one.
She won't be Ashley I anymore.
Sometimes I say you're a real piece of work, Gordon, even though her last
Yeah,
name
he's
was
still.
Macuga.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like legally
I'm
Macuga,
sure he
but
will.
he's.
No, of course I know. I'm teasing.
You know, I'll be like, Gordon, give me a break, that kind of stuff. It never goes away. It's kind of the same thing. Thank you so much again for being on the show. This is great. Guys, subscribe to the channel. There's all kinds of links below. Hashtag it, Josh Macuga for Jeopardy. Follow Ashley. Thanks to everybody for being in the crowd. RB3, Cobster, Elliot, Duvers, Jared, my babe. Love you guys. We'll see you next time on the Josh Macuga Show. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Go to Facebook. I'm also there. Support our Patreon campaign. If you're watching the Josh Macuga Show, you're doing something right. And that something right is giving random people hugs when they don't want them.